welcome to Min&JeanTV.
Hi everybody,
This is my friend Jean.
and this is still my friend Min.
Yeah.
We watched an interview with Darcy Packett, who is the translator for the movie Parasite.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was an interesting interview. I think there were a couple of points that I really found interesting, right? I think he made that really important point of you make choices of words so that the story is more widely available, right? He talked about instead of using Seoul University, using Oxford.
Right.
대학교 문서 위조학과 뭐 이런 거구나.
You know, there are other examples like with Seoul National University. And the first time I did the translation, I did write out Seoul National University in the translation. We ultimately decided together to change it because it's a very funny line. And in order for humor to work, people need to understand it immediately. Whereas if there's an unfamiliar name of a university in the middle, then people have to stop and think more, and then the humor is kind of lost.
That was an actual conversation that they had together and a decision that they made together. And I think that's really important. And then he made the point about humor. People need to be able to get the humor really quick. If I have to think about a joke, it's not funny. Right? Yeah. What did you think?
Yeah, I found it very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, especially he has very smooth voice and very
does.
slow speech. I was wondering why the movie translator didn't show up or didn't work with Bong Joon-ho because they known each other.
Sure.
But maybe their roles are different.
I would
So
think so.
Sharon Che was very quick with response and transfer the language, like switching language, English to Korean, Korean to English because she's young and maybe she's trained more in that way. But Darcy Packett, he did a great job with the translating of the movie.
It could be a scheduling thing where he's just busy doing other things. He mentioned that he teaches in cinema. He wouldn't be available, to go all over the world in interviews. And like you said, it can be a difference, maybe in personality as well, right? Where she was just a bit more, I'm gonna take quick notes and respond, and she can
Very Korean, maybe.
maybe, yeah. And I think that's also important. Yeah, I mean, it could very well have been that he just wasn't available. But I also think, there's a difference sometimes between people who can, for example, who can write and people who can edit. Right, and I think that can be similar. Right? If I'm looking at a text and I'm trying to make changes and decisions, that's a slower process, right? You can sit in front of your screen or in front of the printed text and make decisions about words.
Right.
In an interview like Sharon Che handled, you don't have time to carefully consider word choice and make new words like ramdon and things like that. Yeah.
So the subtitles really helped you
They
to understand
did.
the movie and the concept. Yeah, the story.
Sure. I mean, and I thought his point about keeping it short was important.
To me, the biggest challenge was keeping the language short and very direct, so that it could have an immediate emotional impact on the audience.
Yeah. I think, too much explanation creates a barrier.
Have you ever heard about the semi-basement as a
haven't-
housing?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've seen apartments like that, but I'm trying to remember if I know what they're called. I think we might just call that a basement apartment.
But
Why
it's
is it a
really different.
semi-basement?
It's because as you saw the movie, they could see the outside from the window. That means the basement is just out of the sunlight, right? Just basement. But semi-basement is just half, above the
Sure.
earth and then half under the earth.
Sure.
So you know what? When
don't know what we would call that in
was
English.
working in Seoul, I used to live in the semi-basement.
Sure. They're probably cheaper, right?
Yeah. And then once it rained, I should have, moved to another.
Sure, because I bet it floods really easily.
Right. So the Sharon Che mentioned that the movie was about rain. You didn't, watch that clearly, but the movie actually, including, rain part
Right.
a lot in the semi-basement.
Okay.
And also,
엄마, 짜파구리 할 줄 아시죠?
So even though it's not ramen and udon, I wrote ramen udon over the thing so that people could understand that this was a word made by kind of sticking them both together. I did actually Google ramdon before writing it. It was like nothing.
Nothing.
It appears not to be a word in any language at all.
you'd like to try it later? Do you like spaghetti?
I don't know. I don't know.
You never tried the
I don't
instant
think so.
lamb noodle?
I've had like regular ramen.
Oh, like
I usually
noguri.
get
Oh, usually
Jin
get
ramen.
Jin ramen.
Yeah, because
Jin.
and I get the
not that
mild.
spicy
And
and
exactly,
yeah,
I get the
spicy.
mild one, and I like it. But
And if
I've
you
had
like-
the other spicier ones.
If
and-
you like jambon, you'd like noguri.
Okay.
as
Maybe
a
we've had
instant
it together.
noodle.
No.
Oh, we had black noodles together, spaghetti
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
home before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like those.
So now you need to mix it together, spaghetti
And
and noguri.
Yeah.
Then
Maybe.
it'll be random. Japaguri. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Korean likes to, invent something new,
Sure.
like with the flavor as well.
Sure.
Because we've been eating, spaghetti and
Yeah.
noguri for a long time.
Yeah, you
Maybe
get
someone
bored just by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe what would be like
Sure.
to mix it and then it's really nice.
Or sometimes, when you can't make a decision, you
Right.
can't decide which
Yeah,
one you like.
someday you might want to, eat spaghetti or the noguri, but on your own, it's too much
Yeah.
to eat, one noguri, one spaghetti. So maybe, what about just break it and then mix
do
it
half and
together?
half.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe.
Jin.
I'm not much, I don't mix things very much. I like,
Just original flavor. Okay,
Yeah,
it's really up
sometimes.
to you. Maybe we can share sometimes.
mix ice cream flavors, that's okay.
Okay, Jin, why are we talking about
I don't know.
spaghetti
I don't know how we got
while
here.
we are watching the, Darts Parker's
We focused on
interview.
that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, because it's really sensation.
Yeah.
Once you saw that word and then wow, it's unforgettable.
I mean, I think that was one of those interesting things, right, that he mentioned, is that was a new word that he created. And that he said that he Googled, right, to check and make sure that it didn't mean something different that was going to
Yeah.
throw people off.
He made it.
Yeah.
Congrats! So we talked about Darts Parker and Japaguri today. So please join us. Then you'll watch more fun videos
on our
clips,
channel.
or interviews with us. Okay? Thank you for joining us.
Thank
See you
you.
next time.